Hello and welcome to another enlightening episode of our podcast where we delve into the wisdom of Chinese medicine to help you live a life full of joy, passion, health. In this podcast we will cover anxiety, palpitations, insomnia and panic attacks, and we will be looking at Qi Gong exercises, acupoints and food medicine to address the root cause and alleviate your uncomfortable symptoms. These are quite common symptoms with menopause, and I know because I can talk from personal experience with those. So if you've read my menopause blog, I talk about my own experience where in perimenopause in my late 30s, after finding myself as a single mum, it sounds like I just found myself as a single mum. I was a single mum of 3 kids under 3, and I was just coming into my 40s. I was about 36, and I used to have massive panic attacks. The kidney energy was really low, and it was sending way too much adrenaline and cortisol through my system. So I have first-hand knowledge of how that is, and I would get so overwhelmed. I'd be standing in the supermarket, I'd have huge waves of hot flushes, shortness of breath, vertigo and sheer terror, thinking I was going to have to run out of the supermarket. If I was driving, I'd have to pull over the car, I'd have to stop, I'd have the 3 kids under 3 in the back. And now, no. I have the occasional sleepless night and I have the occasional hot flush if I'm doing too much, if I'm draining my kidney energy. But really, I have sailed through my menopause, and at 56 years old, I'm out the other side. So I'm here to tell you that there is hope and that there is joy. It's okay. You're not going mad. I can talk from personal experience about what I actually did using Chinese medicine to address these symptoms. So if you feel like your heart is jumping out of your chest and you feel like you can't sleep at night, you're really alone and you have such dread that just comes out of nowhere, I'm going to help you with Chinese medicine. And for the whole of November, this reducing anxiety will be our theme and focus. Today, I'm going to show you some acupoints, some Qi Gong and food medicine that can support you on your journey. But remember, there are no 2 women the same, and there are no 2 menopause the same. It's important to apply the information that I'm giving you with your personal situation. I'm going to give you some broad brush strokes today, and you can interpret them for your own body. Chinese medicine for me is a language. It helps me understand my body and what it's saying. But there are many languages in the world. There are many different healing modalities. So learn the language that suits you. Understand how to listen to your body. And that's what we're going to do. We might read the same book. We might watch the same film, but we come out with different stories. And that's all about perspective. And here in this podcast, I'm going to be talking in broad solutions for anxiety. I always advise support from your healthcare professional to give you all the options available to you so that you can live a life filled with heart-opening joy, not heart-clenching, hot, sweaty anxiety. So where do we feel this anxiety in the body? Quite often, anxiety, palpitations, panic attacks, it's all here. It's all here, really tight in the chest. You don't feel anxiety in your toes or in your ankles. You really feel it in your upper chest. And I'm going to show you something that's going to help loosen this tightness and help sync your energy. In Chinese medicine, we have 3 dantians, the upper, the middle and the lower, just below your belly button. These are energy centers, and you might be aware of these if you've heard of chakras in yoga. It's a similar system. The 3 main ones in Chinese medicine: upper, middle and lower. And here I am just pointing just to my belly button, and the lower dantian is just below that, just below the belly button. Upper, middle and lower. When all the energy is here in the heart center, it can really make us very agitated. When it's here, when all we do is think, it can make us worried, chewing over ideas. When all the energy is here, it's tight, you can't breathe. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your thumbs and I want you to put them underneath your armpits and bring your fingers over to the middle of your chest, where your middle fingers meet, right in the middle of your sternum. Another way to find it is find the midline of your body and where the nipples cross, would be, could be, should be, maybe. Then you will find a point on the sternum and find that point. We can do it again. Put your thumbs under your armpits and where your middle fingers meet. This is called CV17. Conception vessel 17, also known as center of the chest. So what I want you to do is, it's not like you're pressing a button. You're really engaging with this point, and see, it's a little bit like if you hold somebody's hand. When you hold somebody's hand that you really love, you can almost kind of get a sense of their whole body. So what I want you to do is imagine you're almost holding hands with this point. You're connecting in with this point. And as you do that, you might feel that the tension, that all the agitation is beginning to loosen. So you can also do the points next to there. They are the kidney spirit points. So if you've got CV17, come out next to CV17 and you come into kidney 23 and kidney 24. And let's just do all around this point. Massage, press, and then even hold. And just hold the point and breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. What you're doing here is you're helping all the muscles to relax all the way up the chest. This is the kidney meridian and we're coming right here to the center of the chest. And you've got lots of blood vessels and arteries, the vena cava. You've got lovely blood supply coming and going to the chest. And massaging these points here is going to enable that blood supply and the energy not to get stuck here. So what I want you to do is make your fingers into what's called a crane's bill and tap here. Tap into here and hold. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Sweep now. Sweep it down to the lower dantian. Remember I talked to you about these 3 dantians. Sweep it down to the lower dantian. And see how your body feels. See if you can feel that relaxation. Okay. Holding these 2 dantian centers together. And breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. See if you can feel the congestion loosening. And now I'm going to show you a technique for actually kind of helping with blood pressure and arrhythmia if you have a heartbeat that goes out of alignment. Now with all of these, it's complementary therapy. So if you have a heart condition, please consult your healthcare professional. But what I want you to do is make the crane's bill and I want you to tap. This is often called the thymus thump. So what I want you to do is inhale, tap, hold the breath, and exhale. Let's do it together. Inhale, hold the breath, tap, hold, exhale. Inhale, tap that point, exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through the nose, tap that point, holding the breath, hold, release, exhale. And again, let's sweep it down to the lower belly. Sweep it down to the lower belly, holding that lower belly. Whew. Now what I'm offering here is complementary therapy, something to support your choices in your heart opening journey, supporting your choices, whether you choose HRT, whether you choose medicine, whatever route you choose, this is complementary therapy. So as you're holding this point in the center of the chest and massaging, I'll talk a little bit more about the Chinese medicine aspect, because for me, I find it fascinating. The heart in Chinese medicine is seen as the emperor of the body. And it's just, Chinese medicine is so poetic. This emperor, everything in the body is in service to the emperor. All the organs are in service to the heart, because that heart is at the core of the palace, and the body is seen as this great big palace. Like the liver is in charge, it's the general of the body. The stomach and spleen is in charge of the grain of the body. So everything is in service to the heart. Really, when you get a problem with the heart, you need to actually look at the other organs, because that, when you have a problem with the heart, that's the last thing that is affected. So let's have a look at what actually can be causing your symptoms of panic and anxiety, because really it's not about the heart itself. In Chinese medicine and in my personal experience, it would be because your kidney energy, the kidney energy of the body that governs the bones, the hormones, your temperature, your hydration, that is really in charge of these kind of palpitations and anxiety. If you look at my book here, let's find the page that I'm looking for. Yes, yes. Outside, you can see that there's a supportive cycle. Let me see if I can do it back to front. There's a supportive cycle. Each one of the organs is supporting the next. But you can see here, here's the heart, it's the color of red. And you can see that the destructive cycle, if your kidneys are not in balance and they're not healthy, then that will start to have a detrimental effect on the heart, giving you anxiety, palpitations, irregular heartbeat. And why is that? Because, as I said, your kidneys are responsible for your hormones. If you think about where your kidneys are also, they're underneath your adrenals. Adrenal. Ad meaning next to in Latin. Renal is adrenals. Your kidneys are next to. Your renal is your kidney. Adrenal, next to kidney. And the adrenal glands are just above the kidneys, and they produce adrenaline. Also, cortisol is managed by the kidney system in the body. And if you have too much of these hormones, then you're going to find that you're not going to be able to sleep. You're going to have panic attacks and anxiety. And it's not that your heart is in any way damaged. It's actually that you've just got too much of these hormones going through your body, giving you sweats, hot flushes, and that panic and anxiety. Too much adrenaline and cortisol. All of these hormones are not being regulated by the kidney. The kidney system in Chinese medicine, the whole system, it's not just the organs, it's the whole energetic system, has a time of day, has a flavor. It's all in my books. You can imagine your body a little bit like a car. There's nothing wrong with the engine, which would be your heart. It's just that you're revving it too much. There's too much adrenaline. There's too much petrol going through the engine of your heart. And so you would need to look at the kidneys. And that is what we're going to do right now. So good foods to support the kidneys. I mean, this book is full of them. The kidneys, each of the organs of the body, the energetic system, has a flavor. So the heart likes bitter flavors, but the kidneys like salty flavor. And the element is water. So you know, to stay hydrated, we need the salts. So salty flavored foods. And usually salty flavored foods are full of minerals, which support your hormonal and your bone function. It's really easily explained in my books. You can either have a starter book or the full-on good food, better sex, because in Chinese medicine, sex is not about having sex with somebody else. It's about reproduction at a cellular level. Your bones, your blood, your skin, your hair, that's all from your kidneys. And so what do I think is a really great salty food? Seaweed. Seaweed, and we don't eat it enough. It's such a great resource. It's easily farmed, it's easily harvested and produced and absorbed by the body, easily absorbed. If you're looking for a good source of protein, if you're a vegetarian, seaweed is it. You can follow the 5 elements and get lots and lots more recipes in my book. And you can see that the blue-black is the kidney chapter. This blue-black is the kidney chapter. And what color is seaweed? Tends to be a blue-black. So it all fits together. The flavors, the emotion would be fear of the kidneys, this overworked terror of the kidneys. So making sure that you have a diet that is full of minerals, and getting the minerals, an easy place to start is seaweed. Great for all your hormones, your organs, your bones, your brain. It's packed with minerals, just like calcium, magnesium, manganese, zinc. And it's really beneficial for the thyroid. Really good if you want to keep your thyroid healthy. But if you already have a damaged thyroid and you're on L-troxin, like a yin-yang, don't be taking seaweed, because it has such an effect on the thyroid. So if you're already taking thyroid medication, don't take seaweed. But otherwise, I would recommend that everybody incorporate seaweed in their diet. You can buy it as like sprinkles. You can sprinkle it on your dinner, just like salt. It tastes quite salty, so it's like another condiment. Also, I buy dillisk, and there's lots of recipes in my books on how to use the seaweed. You can soak it in orange juice or white wine vinegar and chop it up and add it to your salads, to your salad dressings. Also, I like to put it in stews. My kids don't even know it's there. Which these 3-year-olds are much older now, but still with their likes and dislikes. They don't like to know they're eating seaweed, but they are, because I put it in rice. When I'm cooking rice, I put seaweed on the top, and the steam cooks the seaweed, and I can eat it all at once. It's so good. I really recommend try and incorporate more seaweed into your diet. Like I said, its salty flavor will really support the kidney energy of the body. The kidney energy is the root of all yin, embodying cooling, moisturizing, and restorative forces within the body. Yin energy is essential for balancing that yang heat, which is generated during the day and by emotional stress. But when the kidney yin is strong, it prevents the body from overheating and helps maintain internal calm, cooling the systems. It helps regulate hormones, digestion, and your nervous system. Cultivating this kidney yin through practice of Qi Gong and nourishing foods can help you reduce symptoms like hot flushes, anxiety, exhaustion, and restore your balance and vitality. Like I said, the flavor for the kidney system is salt. Now, that doesn't mean to say you need to go out and eat lots of salt, but it means that you want to make sure you have good quality salt in your diet. I would recommend sea salt and grind it up with some sesame seeds to make gamasio. Again, that is in my book. And you need these salts to stay hydrated and nourish this kidney yin that balances the overheating yang. All the hot flushes, all the panics and the anxiousness makes you feel very hot, and this depletes your kidney yin. So also make sure you stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water and manage your minerals. You need to have plenty of salts to manage your minerals. Other foods would include walnuts, pecans, oats, millet, barley, yogurt, eggs, black beans, aduki beans, black soya beans, and black sesame seeds. Try some sesame seeds in general, and also bone broth with the bone marrow, sardines, oysters, and a really great one to finish on, miso. Miso, fermented soybeans or fermented brown rice or barley, real salty flavor. Take that in some hot water, really to nourish this kidney yin. But let's do a little bit of kidney work. Let's rub either side of your spine. Take your hands behind your back and rub either side of your spine and really kind of warm your kidneys. We're coming into autumn at the moment. We don't want the kidneys to get cold. So what you could do is rub your kidneys, take your attention to your kidneys, and then sweep them over the waist and bring them underneath your belly button. Again, let's do it again together. Sweep over the kidneys, inhale, and around down to your belly button. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, blood follows. So we don't want everything stuck here. We want to bring it down to the lower dantian. So rub this and around. Pop in the comments how you feel. Tell me how you feel. How does this make you feel? That's what we're talking about. Don't take all my words of gospel. Try it for yourself. Inhale, rub your kidneys around and down. We can take the hand to the heart and again sweep it down. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, blood follows. So let's bring everything down to this lower dantian. Often, maybe due to trauma or even social conditioning, we're taught to keep our awareness away from our sexual organs and our powerhouse right in the hips and the pelvis. But this is not the truth. This is our seat of power, and this is where we want to take down our attention. We want to walk from here, talk from here, dance from here, wash up from here. We can rub the kidneys again and down. How does that make you feel? Tell me in the comments. I can give you information until the cows come home. I could give you 1,000,000 different points. I could tell you all sorts of different supplements to take or not to take, but it doesn't make any difference. You have to care for you. You have to embody the practice and make it your own. I can share my experience here and you can join me and we can do it together, but it's really about how do you make this information real for you. And that really happens in Qi Flow with Joe. You embody what the mind has understood. Let's talk about the mind. Let's sweep over the mind, over the throat, over the center and down to the lower dantian. Let's do that again. Inhaling, sweep it over and down to the lower dantian. Where attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, blood follows. Let's keep all the blood, all the energy, all the warmth and the power in the lower dantian. Taking your attention to your kidneys and your lower dantian connects you to this powerhouse of energy. When the water, the kidney energy, is in balance with the fire, the heart energy, the spirit is settled and you'll have less symptoms of night terrors, hot flushes, palpitations, anxiety, shortness of breath, insomnia, spontaneous sweats, jaw tightness and poor libido, lack of desire and lack of passion of life. So do this simple exercises, inhaling and exhaling, and allow you to support you. Make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure you're taking plenty of good quality salt that will help the kidneys, because we need to make this area strong to give a home for the heart. And where do you find yourself living in the day? Are you living in your mind, always thinking? Are you living in your heart, always connecting, always wanting to tell people how you feel, or even being overly compassionate and listening and taking on all their stuff? Or can you be in your lower dantian? Can you be in your powerhouse and feel that as a support for your heart and that as a support for your thinking? Where you want to be is in your lower dantian, and there's no surprise that this is the area of pleasure. Life is supposed to feel good for you. Do not be afraid of going down into your lower dantian. This is the area that governs your hormones, your relaxation and your restoration, your regeneration at a cellular level. Yes, you can have sex, you can make babies, but at a cellular level, it helps you to reproduce your bones, your hair, every single cell in your body. And when you're panicked and anxious, it can bring all the energy up here. So we want to keep the kidneys strong. Don't over focus on your heart. Don't over focus on the external. Bring it down. Rub your kidneys, sweep them over your waist and bring them to the lower dantian. This is your ground of being, and it will help you stop having panic attacks, anxiety and hot sweats. What's your experience when you feel into this? When you feel into this area, how does it make you feel? Do you feel softer, less panicky, more grounded? Tell me in the comments how you feel. Experience this. Don't just watch it. I want you to really kind of embody it and feel it. I can tell you all this stuff, but I really want you to embody it, to kind of give it a go, and tell me how you feel. I really hope that this short talk has helped you, and you will add it to your toolbox of living a healthy life full of joy, because that is my wish for you. I had panic attacks. I had anxiety and the vertigo and the blackness that comes, and I felt so alone. You're not alone. There are many people going through it, and I'm just sharing my experience with you so that you don't feel alone and you know that there's something you can do. You can also join me for the free class at the end of the month. I'm live, so you can ask me anything. And until then, I really wish that you are happy, safe, and well.